Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 10 of the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. 10, the ultimate countdown number, and hopefully an ultimate podcast episode for us here today. My name is Nina Adio, and I'd like to thank you for allowing this podcast into your earbuds, your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever you are listening from. On the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast, I discuss tips and tricks for wedding pros to DIY their social media or gain the confidence to outsource it. Now, last week we talked about changing things up on our social media feeds and with our behaviors online in order to attract new clients and engagement. So, if you feel like you are doing everything right and still are not getting the traction you need, check out last week's episode for ideas. This week, we're going to talk about Black Friday. I know what you may be thinking. Black Friday? This isn't Best Buy or Walmart here. And I get that. And let me start off by saying I'm not suggesting that anyone needs or should be discounting their prices ever. But I do want to talk about how we can use promotional periods to benefit our bottom lines and agendas. So please don't get mad at me. I'm still scarred from this girl on Instagram who got mad at me last year. But this podcast episode is to offer suggestions, not mandatory action. So, how can Black Friday work for you? Well, I'm gonna have a really quick ad, because that's a good thing, guys, and then I'm gonna tell you. Number one, Black Friday can work as an incentive to get existing inquiries to take the plunge and book. A Black Friday promotion is not something that has to be posted all over your website, slashing prices in half, or anything extreme like that. As you hit the end of the year and perhaps strive to close out some dates and hit some targets, consider reaching out to pending clients who have still not booked and offer a weekend long incentive. For example, with venues, we would take something with a next to nothing cost for us, but was valuable to our customer. So this could be saying, if you book with us by this weekend, we will add in an exit station or a cookie platter on each table, something like that. It's important to offer something that isn't going to require a person to man it. So you're not adding to your labor cost. And that also has a low overhead. The incentive may help someone make their decision sooner rather than later, or may now put your package over a competitor's. If you're not a venue, think about the cost effective options you could be adding in as a limited time booking incentive. Remember, I'm in your corner. This is about offering something that gets you the bookings you want and your customer the add on they want, or something to help them make that final investment. And also, I'm in an apartment and I'm working on the audio. I got the mic, but now the echoing is an issue because it's all just like open space with toys everywhere. Oh, and now I said echo, so my echo's going off. Oh my gosh. We're going nuts here. But how else can Black Friday work for you? So number two is as a means to get new couples in. Okay, if your business is in a situation where you want more couples in the door, then we want to focus on a deal that will get new people in. For example, visit our office this week for a consultation and receive $50 off if booked by November 30th. Once again, the important thing here is to craft a deal that works for your bottom line, but also entices your customer. It could be a dollar figure off, an added feature, and so forth. This can be promoted on your email list, social media, and directly to customers. Just make sure you put in the fine print that it's not valid for prior inquiries because people will ask. Also, what I want to say here is the important thing with these promotions or any promotion is that you have a strict end date that it's not too long. If you put until the end of the year or the end of the quarter, that's not adding the urgency for somebody to book. You want this to be a limited time offer to really get people moving and booking about it. So we also mentioned about posting it on your social media. Don't be afraid to post it more than once. Post it in your feed, post it in your stories, and then once a week I would keep posting it in your feed. So this way you're able to get your message out there. I also wouldn't be afraid to send out that email blast more than once if this promotion is going on or being promoted for an extended period. So, for example, this episode comes out on November 3rd. If this is something that you're running through the end of the month, then I would consider sending that out at least twice through your email list. And maybe you can change out the supplemental information that's also included in the email for each one. And lastly, I think we all are most comfortable with thinking about Black Friday working for you with product based services. So, photographers, this can be great for couples you have who did not order an album with you as part of their package. You can offer an additional print or percentage off if they order within Black Friday weekend. Other service based products like bridesmaids, gifts, florals, and so forth, you can offer this too. I did an Instagram live on this today, which you can find on my Instagram. I do wedding marketing. And we ran off some suggestions and even went into ideas for gift card promotions you could do. So if you want a deeper dive on that, be sure to go to my Instagram and it should be under the IGTV tab. There is no rule or limitation to how you can craft a Black Friday deal. The important thing is to think about your goals. If you have remaining dates for 2022 that you'd like to close for 2021, consider making a deal around that. If you have inventory you want to move out, focus on it. And if you want to get more people in the door, brainstorm incentives. This isn't about giving anything away, but really is about experimenting with your sales and offerings. By crafting an incentive offer, you can gauge the response and then may use some of these techniques going forward. For example, if you learn that free lashes help a bride book their wedding day makeup, then perhaps you'll start using that to close the deal going forward. So, did you guys enjoy this quick brainstorm? I did. So, if you want to brainstorm more, be sure to send me a message at I Do Wedding Marketing. And if this is beyond you, then don't forget that I Do Wedding Marketing is expanding and we have slots available for full service social media marketing services. You can learn more about that on my website. If you enjoyed hearing this today, please leave an Apple Podcast review as it means a lot and helps more professionals find this podcast. New episodes of the I Do Wedding Marketing podcast drop every Wednesday. I'm also live on Instagram every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. We call it Wedding Wednesday here. It's a big celebration. You can learn more about my services and inquire about working together at www.idoweddingmarketing.com. Thanks for being here, and until next week.